Right, so I thought I'd come in here to say this, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of video about what's been going on in America with ICE, how they're detaining anybody and everybody, and now again the recent shooting. Never mind the shooting of the other lady, Mrs. Good or Miss Good, and now there's been another shooting of a very innocent nurse who is an ICU nurse, probably has saved more lives than any of those ICE agents have ever done. He was trying to, he was in, there was the protest, so he was trying to, help a lady who had been tear gassed. He himself had also been tear gassed, and from nowhere he was attacked. Yes, he had a gun, but he had a gun on his I don't know what they call it, but he had a gun, but he didn't pull it. The gun wasn't drawn, and also he had a license to carry the gun, right? But my question is, right, we all knew that Donald Trump was a racist. We knew the kind of president he was after what happened the first time he came into power, and then he came into power the second time because people voted him in. Now, the question I want to ask to my fellow Christian brothers and sisters in America: why did you vote for Donald Trump? I think we're gone past the stage of, oh, he's a Christian. No. What does he do that makes him a Christian? Because you can't just say, I am a Christian, so for that reason, it's okay for you to be elected. What has he done? Has Donald Trump ever done anything in his character as a human being that makes you think, oh wow, this man is Christ-like? This is an epitome of Christianity. Has he ever done anything? No, he hasn't. All he said is, oh, I'm going to, because a lot of Christians were worried or going on about, oh, transgender teaching in the schools and this and that. They were really worried about it, and they were ready to vote Donald Trump in just because of that, because he said, oh, I'm going to stop schools from teaching children about transgender and all of that. Fine. But you see, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, so that when he grows, he will not depart from it. If you're a Christian and you train your child, you put your morals, you raise your child in the morals of Christianity, then no child is going to go to school and start thinking, oh, I can be a transgender because my teacher said so. They're going to know how they've been raised. They're going to know what their faith says, right? I'm not here to talk about whether it's right or whether it's wrong to teach children about transgender and all of that in schools. That's not what this talk today is about. This talk today is about those Christians that voted for Donald Trump because he is a Christian and because he is the person God has sent to the earth to save all of mankind. What is he doing now? Now, today in America, what is he doing? What is he doing? You see ICE detaining young children, babies, their children in detention camps. Parents are being torn apart from their children. Is this what you voted for? Are there no other ways of trying to make sure that illegal immigrants are removed from the country than combing from door to door, going from house to house to remove families from their homes, whether legally or illegally? Because most of the things that ICE are doing, they're all illegal. But there you still see people in some comment section saying, this is what we voted for. I bet you will never really know the extent of how painful this is until it hits you or a member of your family. It hasn't hit me. It hasn't hit any member of my family. But I can sympathize with the people that are being affected by all of this nonsense that's going on with ICE. I've been watching it today and I cannot. I cried, wiped my tears, cried some more. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I hope that the Christians that voted for Donald Trump, because of lip service of him saying, I am a Christian, I hope you guys are watching what is going on. If this is what you voted for, if this is how a president who says he's a Christian, if this is how they should behave. Yeah? So I hope in your all righteousness, feeling like, oh, I'm a Christian, I am more Christian than those Christians who do not vote for Donald Trump. I hope you're happy. 2 people have now lost their lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota, because of Donald Trump. Yeah, and because of the ICE agents he's put out there to terrorize the people of America. So I hope all you so-called Christians are happy. If voting for Donald Trump makes me a Christian, then fuck it. I don't want to be a Christian, because this is not the Christianity I was raised with. This is not the Christianity I have been taught and I have come to know as an adult. Okay? So those Christians that voted for Donald Trump, a round of applause for yourself. Those Christians that voted for Donald Trump, just pray that ICE agents don't come knocking on your door or on the doors of your family members that you love so dearly. Okay?